Yeah. Yeah. I say yeah.
Baseline.
Episode 128.
Let's go.
Yeah. Check, 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 check.
There we go, man.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy, DJ E, Mr. Influential. And I'm rocking with my brother, man.
Be original, baby. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back. This is episode, I say again, episode 128. And we calling this No Guarantee.
Absolutely no guarantees. Before we get into it, let's do what we always do, man. First and foremost, if you're watching this live right now, do me a favor and share this. Share this, share this, share this so that we get more people in
Share.
the room. It's gonna be a great conversation, man. So you guys make sure you share it. Other than that, E, how's your week going, brother? How's your week since last Tuesday? Bring us up to speed.
Since last Tuesday, I'm gonna let them see how that orange is flowing. How you got that orange flowing right quick before I go
Well,
to
you
it. I
know.
see. Shout out to P right there. Let's go. Okay, but I'm back now. Since Tuesday, bro.
Yeah. Yes. For those who can't see it in radio land, he's got the hater blockers on, man. He got the shades on, baby. He's ready.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, but it's been a great week, bro. Since Tuesday, okay, I DJ'd Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Pretty much what I did. Regular 1-2 thizzle that I do on a regular basis was on the other days. And I just been working, man, just grinding like always, man. You know what I mean? I'm just like like Chris Tucker said, man. I'm just trying to come up, man. Fucking me, you know what I mean? EQ, shout out to my brother EQ Mason. Shout out, bro. I see you. Appreciate you, man. Share this live for us.
Absolutely. Peace to the brother. Thank you for joining us this evening. So my weekend, well, not just my weekend, like you said, since last Tuesday, it's been great, man. Like I told you guys last week, I've been diving into this Toastmasters organization. You know what I mean? And for those, once again, who don't know what that is, it's an awesome group. They got a bunch of them different. It's an international thing, but it's good for helping you deal with any kind of issues, or if you just want to polish up your public speaking skills, it's great. So I attended my first in person meeting, which happened to be an open house
Let's clap it up.
last night. Yeah,
Clap it up for that.
absolutely, and awesome. Got up there, spoke. You know, did what I did. And I'm just gonna have to work on cleaning some things up. But it was good, man. Anytime that you can, find a way to get some additional training or some more education or something that you have a passion for, to me, it's always worthwhile. So that was part of the highlight for me, as far as for my wife,
Right.
the owner of Front Center Events. She
Uh-huh.
had an awesome event this weekend. I want to, say congratulations to the lovely couple who got married on Sunday. Um,
I seen that. I seen
yeah,
that.
Mr. and
Yeah.
Mrs. Lee.
Yeah.
Congratulations. May your marriage and your union be blessed, and you
Uh-huh.
have many, many, many years to come.
Right.
So that's pretty much how it went down for me this week, man. And now we are where we are,
We are where we are.
and it's episode number 128. No guarantees.
Right. No guarantees.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. It's not that you need guarantees, to do what you need to do.
Hold up, bro. Ash, this water tonight, brother. This water, Ash.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Check with him. Check with him. Check with him. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna say about this in terms of dealing with the whole concept of no guarantees, we gotta just go ahead and take it right there, man. It's been a lot of things going on with these young athletes, man. A lot of things going on with these young athletes, and they're making some decisions that
Mm-hmm.
are just not going to be beneficial, not only to their actual professional careers, but just to them in general.
Right.
I'm quite sure everybody knows what I'm talking about, and if you don't, talking about the situation dealing with Zion Williamson.
2019 taking L's tremendously, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Clap it up for the 2019 draft. Taking
Wow,
L's.
is that the same year that Ja was drafted?
Ja,
Mm,
Zion,
right.
and him airedness, Jordan Poole, man. Jordan Poole.
Wow.
All 2019, man.
What you say his name was? It?
His airedness.
Oh, his airedness. Wow.
Airedness. Yeah, airedness. Yeah, he got
Yeah,
air.
yeah, yeah. Old chip off the old block, huh?
Yeah, chip off the old block thing. Bing, bitch. Yes, sir. That's
So,
funny.
I don't know if
That's
you've seen
funny.
that thing. I seen the picture floating around, man, and it's a split picture, and they got Ja Moran on it, and they got Zion Williamson on there, and it says guns and buns.
Guns and buns, man.
Let me tell you something, man. We said it before, man. The internet is undefeated, man.
Undefeated, P. Undefeated.
We need to get rest at night. We need to go to sleep. The internet don't need to chill, man.
Nah,
It ain't
he
never
keep-
tired.
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. It's do what it want to do when it wants to do it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Like, all right. So we all see this drama with Zion, and he had his another girl pregnant. And he was dealing with. Listen, I'm not knocking the man for messing with two women. You know?
Okay.
All right. He's a young man. He was a single man.
22
Right.
years old.
Yeah, single man. Right. He only
Yeah.
22 still, man.
22.
Nah, Zion gotta be older than 22.
22. Okay, 22 in 2 days. He's
Wow.
still 22 years old right now. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
According to what I
Hey,
read, unless he's been lying about that too.
I thought he was like 23 by now. Because this 2019 draft, when he was 17 when he got drafted, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
He went to North Carolina for a year. I'm going to have to fact check that one.
he went to
But,
Duke. He went to Duke.
He went to Duke.
Yeah.
He went to Duke.
That's,
My
that's
apologies. Little blip on the radar there. He went to Duke.
They
But go
say
ahead,
he's 22 years old, man.
brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Round 1 first pick in the 2019 NBA draft.
Brother, listen, man. The brother played 29 games last season.
Right.
They was talking about the team where they was trying to construct around there with him, C.J. McCollum, and Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Guess how many games they played together collectively?
What's that?
10.
See? That listen, we talking about the scandal right now.
Right. Right.
Yeah, right. The
Right.
scandal. Because we already know what's going on in the court.
Scandalous, though.
Huh?
That make it even more scandalous, though.
Yeah, to an extent. If I was Zion and I was 20, I know he's 22, right? Now I know he's 22. I see why he did it, P.
Nah.
Listen, man, if
Nah.
you've been coming up,
Nah.
watching her on film, envisioning yourself,
Right.
having moments, and then you actually get the shot to do it, I understand. We saying no guarantee, right? You got to be smarter. You're a public figure, right?
Absolutely.
But I think sometimes we forget that these are people that are kids and they still going F up. Now, I'm not saying it's right.
Now, is this you speaking of Ray Charles?
Not, nah, it's DJE. Man. I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying is it ain't uncommon.
Right. Right.
It's not uncommon. You know what I mean? And
Right.
now that it's all out there, you just got to bounce back now, bro. That's all. You know, as like we said, the motivation and inspiration for him to bounce back. But for people sitting out there saying, man, why he do what he do with that porn star, man? He crazy, man. He got to be smarter than that. Why would he do such a thing? Same reason why some people hit the chick, that live 3 blocks over that ain't
Right.
got nothing. Come
Nothing to
on
do
now.
with life. They ain't got
Right.
no
Come on
no
now.
no
Let's just
real
keep it
value.
1,000.
I'm gonna tell you, man. It seems to me, regardless of age, most people don't usually mess up the lateral way. Most
Right.
people mess up down.
Right.
They don't usually mess up laterally. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Right.
okay, I'm not ever going to make it okay with what's going on with it because what's the young lady's name? The lady that he has a child with, Akima. Okay, so Akima, is the one that got the baby, and I'm quite sure she feel like, well, who is this, Mariah Mills woman?
Right.
Now, on the grand scheme of everything, there's a part of you that says at 22 years old you're gonna make mistakes. But at some point or another, man, you got to realize that you're not a normal 22-year-old.
Nah.
And I'm not saying that makes it, there's no guarantee that you'll get that at a young age, but you
Right.
got to know that
That's what I'm about to
you
say.
get
He's still
special
his
for
whole
a while.
life, but he's
Yeah.
still 20. He's still 22. So
Yeah.
what we do is we look at him as, and I know what you mean by special because he's a
Right.
public figure, right? He's been a celebrity and a star in basketball for years now, right?
Mm,
However, he's still human. If this has been your norm your whole life,
right.
we can't assume for these people. I'm not saying to be perfect, but always make smarter decisions. But should they be making smarter decisions? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree that they should be making more smarter decisions. But just
Yeah.
because they are who they are doesn't mean that they will.
No, I agree with that. I think that the thing is that we don't. So let's put the age aside, right?
Right.
And here's my question, right?
Right.
Which is really, you think, the bigger issue? Is the bigger issue that he cheated, right? You got him, a baby mom. I guess that's the girlfriend. I don't want to keep, calling you that if they got a
Yeah.
real relationship. You know what I mean? Boom, the girlfriend, Akima.
Mm-hmm.
You got that. He cheated. Or was it a situation because of the fact that he cheated with an adult entertainment star, right? Who clearly, I'm not going to say she can't fall in love with him, but clearly, understands how that world works where you got a person like Zion Williamson whose pockets run deeper than the average person that she's probably talking to. I mean, from what I understand, don't quote me on it allegedly, she was getting about 107,000 a month from him.
Oh.
Just to be, yeah, you know, six figures a month, just to, just to play around with every now and then. You know what I mean? For lack of terms. I don't know about the interactions, but I believe that it was a, thanks for things type of situation.
Right.
Now, at 22, I ain't gonna say that you ain't gonna make no mistakes, but the fact that you making sure that somebody getting 107,000 every month, I think you're aware of what you're doing.
He's very much aware. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's what I'm
at
saying.
some point, is it is it a
So
mistake
the
or is it
so
an
the question
investment? What is
so
it?
the question was
The question
what
was, let me just say it
what's the
again.
bigger what's the bigger
What's the
issue?
bigger issue? That he cheated, or that the fact that he actually cheated with somebody allegedly with a adult entertainment star?
I think that they're all in one. Like that issue is actually all in one. I get society's going to make it worse because she's an adult entertainment star, right?
Okay. Right.
That's why society's going to make it worse because of the business he's in. That's just like Drake, who, um, his baby mom is an adult entertainment star. I
Right.
think like in Canada or whatever, or a different country, whatever. But
Okay.
I say all this to say, we just made the comment that he was special, but meaning like he's not your normal 22-year-old, right?
Absolutely.
And
Right. Absolutely not.
we both agree that he's 22 and yeah he's going to make mistakes, and but even though he shouldn't try not to make these mistakes, but I think what it is people that's like that that's not your normal, just like she's not your normal girl.
Right.
Is she but in her own way, I hate to use this term beneath him, but like she at a lower tier than him, probably,
Right.
yes. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But no disrespect to Mariah Mills. But what I'm saying is because they're in this entertainment business, it's two different entertainments, people will assume that Mariah, it might have just been transactional. But in deep in her heart, she still has feelings. She might have really felt for him.
Right? She could have.
She could have really felt for him. So with all that being said, I'm looking at it as the problem is all in the whole. It goes back to LL being on Drink Champs.
Oh,
I didn't know if you caught that one or not. Yeah.
I didn't throw.
Yeah.
Where's the problem?
Problems
E?
all in
Go
the
ahead.
hole. All in the hole. The question is, which hole am I speaking on?
Yeah, this is definitely getting a different rating version next week.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This week.
Yeah,
it's gonna
right
get a
here.
different rating version.
So
Absolutely.
so what I'm saying is all in a hole, not a hole. Hole, not
Okay.
HOLE. I'm talking about HOLE.
Right. It's like three of them
You
before
caught,
they try
did
to
you
spell the
did
same.
you did you catch it?
Doesn't matter if I caught it or not. I just, but I'm with you. I'm with
Nah,
you.
but what I mean about the situation, all in a whole, like the whole aspect of it, is because LL said on Drink Champs. That's what I was saying. I remember Nori asked him the question. Legendary interview asked him the question. Said, "You take your wife on tour with you?" Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I understand, but man, you LL. Your name is Ladies Love Cool James. You can get whatever." He said, "I'm good." He said, "I don't want to get the money back."
Word.
That's what he said. That's what he
Wow.
said. He said, "Why get the money back?" He said, "Either you paying for him to be quiet, or you paying for something different. Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta, it's gonna cost you."
Yeah. Yeah. My
So,
thing is I get that. I get that. Go ahead. I'm listening.
so
Go
at
ahead, go ahead, bro.
22,
Break it down. Break it down.
so at 22, that 107, that
Right.
really only means 1,700 to you.
Right.
That's what it is, bro.
Oh, I mean, my thing is, okay. We've had this discussion before where I don't care what nobody say. Everybody that's in a relationship, it's transactional. Transactional is a word that is used to basically let it be known that there is something in exchange for something else.
Right.
Right? So, whether you want to look at it from a monetary perspective or just, a love respect
You getting
perspective,
something for something, man.
you're getting something for something in return.
Right.
This is why when people be like, you know what I mean? I do my part. It's 50-50. It's never 50-50. It's always 100-100.
Always, man. My man, that's what
So,
it is.
so the situation dealing with something being transactional, I can't sit up here and act like I'm gonna be mad at Mariah Mills for allegedly, being treated by this young man, whatever it was, whether it was 1,700, 107,000. There's a big disparity in that number.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless of what it is, this was always a potential situation that could have developed at any time.
Right.
And so when you make a decision that you're going to turn around and give somebody $107,000 allegedly a month, my only thing is that how didn't you realize at some point or another this was going to happen like this? Imagine, because she called the baby a trap baby. The article I read, she was like it was a
Right.
trap baby. Like who makes statements like that unless you're really thinking like that?
Right.
Like if that's his girl, I'm assuming that you knew about her, right? It's an assumption, right? The only one that it seemed like was blindsided was the baby's mother, Akima.
Nah, she knew, because I seen another thing with Mariah, but not to cut your wisdom, stated, "You told me how she broke your heart, how she was this and how she was that."
So then that's what I'm saying. So then she wasn't blindsided by it. So you was willing to play the game until the game changed.
Well, no, I'm not saying she was blindsided. What I'm saying is I felt like she still believed it, because her argument is that Zion said, like in so many words, he ain't want to be with his baby mom. She getting on his nerves. She broke his
Yeah.
heart. She doing different things. He was confiding into her. Now, if is it true or is it not true? We don't know.
No,
Allegedly.
that's why I said she wasn't
allegedly.
blindsided. This is
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm
she
saying.
she definitely wasn't
Right.
blindsided.
She knew.
But I think she definitely knew. But I think why she was hurt is because even though she was getting the 107, it was
Yeah.
more than the 107 to her.
And see, that's my thing though, right there, right?
Right.
because she also made a statement, was like, okay, yeah, my feelings for him basically was real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was getting a gift every month. She kept calling it gifts. I was getting a gift every month. I'm not stupid. I'm still a woman. So
Right.
my thing is like when you make certain statements like this, obviously it's in hindsight at this point, then I'm not gonna say it was purely transactional for you, even though we already explained what transactional is.
Mm-hmm.
But if Zion didn't cut off or didn't make the statement like he was going to cut off the 107,000, because the
Mm-hmm.
way it's all coming out is basically the way it is that like some people they get caught up in a situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden the game then changed. You got a baby now. I can't pay to play no more. So I'm telling you, if it's pay her child support, which I'm gonna have to do, or give you $107,000 a month to be my little, people I play with from time to time, I'm gonna tell you who got to go.
Right. Right. Nah, that could be
And
that.
so and
But
so
but
that's the
but
way she had wrote it when I read it. But like, you know what I
but
mean?
but we don't know the initial start of it, because the initial start of the situation could have been, yeah, baby, you don't gotta do no movies no more. Let me take care of you. I'll take you up out of that. We don't know him like that. We just
Now
know he played
we don't.
basketball.
It's all speculation.
It's
Like you
all
said,
speculation. And it
even with
could have,
her.
and let's just say hypothetically speaking, playing devil's advocate, that
Right.
if that's what it was,
Hmm.
and that's what he really did, then I understand why she's hurt. Because when a dude says I'm gonna take care of you and he's giving you $107,000 as a gift, regardless, we all know that. You get what I'm saying? But
Right.
he's doing that all the time. But to you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take the money, but it ain't just about that. He said he wanted to take care of me, bro. Cause simple math, 107 what times 10 months? That's already 1.7, eh?
It's already 1.7 million,
Right,
which is why I'm at the point where it's not to be funny. That's why she made the statement. Of
right,
course, I was receiving gifts, but I'm a woman, right? In essence, my thing is this: if her push is that it was real love, then why were you taking allegedly taking $107,000 from this 22-year-old young man that you was in love with every
right.
month?
Because that's
That's
but again, what I'm saying is because they're just not normal people, bro. That's the separation. Again, it's the we're looking at the value of 107, and I agree. 107 is 107 regardless, right?
right,
But at
right.
the end of the day, 107 might seem like 1,700 to him or 17,000 to him. Let's just do that, and it's not much to him. To us, we ain't doing that. We wouldn't be giving nobody 500 a month. But I know people out here. I know women out here who was getting 500 a month from a, let's say, a sugar daddy or somebody else of that
Hmm.
state. And I'm just what I'm saying is it's a common thing. But just because of that happened, it doesn't necessarily mean, even though it's going to be completely we just say it could be either completely transactional, or she could really really, really feel that way. I think that she really, really feels that way to a certain extent. Because why else go to social media?
Um, if I
Why
had to
else?
come up with a hypothetical response, because obviously she knows the real, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to come up with one, it's like most people. When you bitter, when you look at the fact that you're gonna probably lose this, it would do him more damage than her.
Right.
Obviously, it's the pause blowback effect is going to be a different situation for him than it is for her. Right.
But at the
Let
same
it
time,
let it land. Let it
at the
land.
same time,
Hmm.
same time, most
Hmm.
people who do that are hurt
Absolutely.
because they
I,
really
I,
have feelings.
yeah,
That's all.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Now I'm not. I will never just be able to discredit whether or not it was genuine love. It could have been
Mhm.
mutual.
Yeah.
He could have honestly been feeling her, and then he had a baby on the way and was like, "Oh, I got to change. I got to go a different." He's 22.
I know people. I know people in life that actually that same exact like type of life it happened to them.
Right.
And they ain't porn stars or NBA players or anything of that nature. I believe that his heart is with the girl he's having a baby with. That's where his heart is, and he loves her dearly. They were going through some issues. He started kicking it with Mariah Mills. When he started kicking it with Mariah Mills, they started really vibing because like our episode, what was that? I think episode 125, vibrations. Once the vibes connect, regardless of what a person is or what they do, they're there. Because now that's a whole different type of intimacy. You see what I'm saying? Which is
Right.
another thing that I wanted to talk to. But in the same time, because of his love for his actual, the mother of his child, and then the baby came, oh, baby, I'm pregnant. Sometimes stuff like babies and stuff reset. They reset relationships because it's
Right.
going to a new level. See,
Absolutely.
the thing about life, bro, and this is why a lot of marriages, I hate to say, fail in late 20 years. Sometimes, like
Hmm.
you be like, you done been here for 20 plus years. Why do it now? Why I fail now or 30? Like because of the simple fact, people sometimes feel rewarded by progress, and their only vision of progress is the next step. So, like when you in the fifth grade, the next job is the sixth grade. Remember when a kid got skipped back in the day
Hmm.
because they was on a higher level? Didn't that seem like a crazy to you? Like they super smart, man. They got skipped like twice. No, they did. No, they did. They might got skipped once, but you know what I mean. You know anybody got
Hmm.
skipped twice, P?
Nah.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. But
Nah.
my point is, and where I'm going with it, them people that they've been married for 30 years. Some of them had this. Let's say they've been married 30 years on the dot. Some of them have that mentality of, I mean, what's the next level for us? 31 years. That's the
Right.
next level.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? So it goes
Yeah.
back to some people not seeing that and not understanding the growth. But things like this, moments like this, having a child on the way resets it, and it gives that relationship new energy. So his heart was already there anyway. So like you said, if it came to something as simple as the support for the child, or just now I got a baby on the way, I want to do better. I got to cut this off over here with Mariah. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It
Yeah.
could be it could be anything like that, man.
Yeah.
You
It
know,
could be anything, and I think sometimes it all depends on how you
combination.
party.
Yep.
How you party. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of parties, you know what I mean. If you're looking for an event planning company that can take care of all of your event planning needs, me and E happen to know one. E, let them know. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one, let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. Make sure to check out their Facebook and Instagram pages at FNC Events. Head on over today and get that party booked. Back to the show. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Front
Front
and
center
center
event.
events. Yep.
So I agree with you though, E. Just to add to that situation. My only thing is I believe what wind up. This is my belief. I believe it started off transactional.
Yeah, me
I
too.
believe it. I believe it started off that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened is there was some form of a relationship that was created.
Mm-hmm.
But as opposed to what we would see in maybe other circumstances where people start to turn around and now the thing that brought you together isn't necessarily the same thing that's in place to keep you together. I
Right.
think that it's understood by
Right.
Zion, which he understands who she is. She's not this random person. He knows who she is, and
You knew exactly
he
who she
may have
was.
said exactly what you said. He may have been like, "Listen, I don't want you to have to do that no more.
Right.
This is what I want to do for you every month, so you don't have to do that anymore."
Right.
And in the midst of all of that, the next thing that developed was a relationship. And meanwhile, in between time, that didn't mean that what they had was exclusive. And he went on with his 22-year-old life and really was playing over here, but, you know, thinking over here. So I just think that what winds up happening in that situation is that, there wasn't a guarantee that, this could have never happened.
Yep.
There wasn't a guarantee that, you know what I mean,
Yep.
that she was going to be quiet if things went the way that they went. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that what he's finding out at a very young age is that, no matter how much money you have, like I said before, there is no price tag on eluding drama.
Nope.
It don't
Nope.
exist. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
that's
So
that's what I wanted to see.
what you want to
She's
see, bro?
she's 31 years old,
Okay.
and she's
Okay.
from Queens, New York.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Not gonna pass no judgment. Like she older, she should have knew better, and all of that. No, I just think
Nah,
people are who they are.
bro. I know people with the same exact age gap that live that same type of life, and they ain't even got a lot of money. You know
Wow.
what I mean? They ain't even
Yeah.
about money. But like you said, I think you was on to something definitely when you said the transactions. The
Oh yeah.
transactional, it started transactional, but then it went to that next level. But that next level of intimacy came from what I said. Some people are they're addicted to progress. Because see,
Hmm.
progress is continuously new beginnings. But we already know that progress breeds motivation as well. Like when
Absolutely.
you sit there and you want to lose weight and you start to literally see weight leaving, you know what I mean? You
Big
keep
Little, what's
going.
up, baby? Glad you
Goose!
made it. The goose.
Goose!
Big Little.
Mariah Mills, 31, Goose. And she from Queens, New York. She's a
Yeah.
Libra. Born October 17th, 1991. Just found that all out 30 seconds ago. Yeah, let's clap it up for that.
So, do you think that people would look at it differently if she wasn't in the business that she's in? If she was just a woman scorned, but she didn't have what they would say a
Yeah,
spicy background, do you think that people would view it differently?
yeah. I don't think it would make it as big as they're making it out to be. Um, because I think it's like I said, I think it's a combination of things, bro. Like it's definitely because what she does.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Definitely because who
Hmm.
he is, but what she does, and on top of the fact of what she does, um, it was what else was that 2019 draft and all the
Yeah.
issues that's happening. You know what I mean? I seen a video. Mike put a shout out to Uncle Mike's barbecue. Let's clap it up for them.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta get around
Absolutely.
there, get around there,
Patronize it,
get
man.
one of them
Patronize
briskets.
the business, man. Good. From what I hear, man, great
Yeah,
barbecue. The brother knows his way around a pit.
yeah. So when we actually um he actually shared a video the other day that was like a little movie trailer
Hmm.
of the 2019 draft, and it was showing all the BS that a lot of the stars from the 2019 draft was going through. It was hilarious. It was a
Really?
funny little skit somebody made. It was super funny, man.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, man. Like I said, the internet is undefeated. All
Undefeated.
you, all you look, all you got to do is give them a reason, and they'll take it from there.
Right.
They don't need a whole
Right.
lot of fuel behind it. All I know is right after this situation took place, and I keep looking up, and I keep seeing the same. See, let me before I get into that, let me say why where my biggest issue is that we turn a blind eye to things because we feel like we're smarter than the moment.
Right.
So even though they had that picture up there with the two brothers, and like I said, John Morant and Zion Williamson, you know what I mean, guns and buns. The reality of it is a person may turn around and say, that's which is crazy. If y'all see the picture, y'all see what I'm talking about. But when you look at the two people, look at two people in it, they are huge in the NBA.
Right.
And my thing is that at some point or another,
Let's
you
pick one
almost
and
have to
two.
purpose, huh?
That was
Oh,
pick
let's pick
one
one and
and
two.
two.
Right. But I was getting
Ja
ready
was
to
number
say, my
two.
thing
Yeah.
is,
Hmm.
at some point or another, you almost have to purposely turn a blind eye to what you see,
Right.
whether it's ignorant to the reality that it can happen to you, or you just pretending that you're bigger than what it could be.
Right.
Like, obviously, when you look at Ja's situation, you look at the fact that it was barely over 2 months between the two incidents.
Right. And
You
that
look at
was
the
just stupid.
situation was, and that was just it. Just didn't make sense. Now you look at
Hmm.
Zion's situation, and you say to yourself, okay, he's between, you know, a woman who is his girlfriend, his baby mom, and an adult
Hmm.
entertainment star that he was paying $107,000 a month for, which I don't know
For
what kind of
cheeks.
relationship that is.
For
I
cheeks.
mean, what else?
Yeah. I
What else?
mean, but bro, I'm just saying, bro. That's how
And
some
to
of these.
me, at some point,
He
22
probably
years old
he,
runs out, man.
bro. He probably got something with the right accountant that's writing that off as an expense, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, I
Charity
got
event.
one, man. Nah, E, I gotta watch you, man.
P. Okay,
Yeah,
you don't think that's how the business work, P? I'm trying to tell you,
I'm not gonna
that's
dispute it.
how. You
I'm not
understand what
gonna
I'm
say
saying?
I'm not gonna say it's not how it works.
Right.
Definitely. Not
And
gonna say that's not how
I'm
it works.
saying that because of the simple fact, when you really sit back and think about it,
Mm-hmm.
nobody's going to spend 107,000 a month just to blow it. It's going to be played. It's going to be for them to get it back. Okay, remember when you know what Zion did? I'm sure you can look it up. You can find it.
I
I
mean,
think
I read what he did. I mean,
I'm talking about his rookie year
oh,
though. I think it was his rookie year or the second season or whatever. When the NBA shut down for COVID,
right.
you know Zion paid. He was for a couple. I think a couple weeks. He paid all the staff people that work at the stadium, at the hot dog stand, the the people who clean. He paid their salaries, bro. He
Hey
donated
sis,
money to their salaries.
hey man. You know, my sister, your wife is here. You might want to check into what she's saying, man.
I
Uh,
see it. I
but
see
but
it.
but what I'm all right. Go ahead. So what you saying though? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Drop it. Drop
Hold on, you about give me 1 second, babe, because I'm
it. Okay.
dropping the bomb real quick. What I'm
Okay.
saying is Zion paid their salaries. You didn't hear what I said? You was read what Lee
I
said.
heard the end. I heard the
I
end.
said in
I heard
during
the end.
I believe during COVID when the
Right.
NBA shut down. Remember,
Right.
and everybody was before they went to the bubble, and the people where they was in the bubble or whatever. I think all the people, like the people at the staff that was working at the stadium,
Right.
Zion covered their salary for a little for like a one whole check or something. So what I'm saying is, that was a lot of money.
Come on,
So
man.
for him to turn around and make it like what I mean, like
So he's either a big guy who just loves to be very generous,
right,
or he's somebody who knows exactly what he's doing when he's doing it.
right,
You know, when you look at the situation for what it's worth, what I was getting ready to say before, after all of this took place, man, now all of a sudden, the Pelicans are willing to entertain certain trade offers for him.
right,
Where it was a situation, like I said, this is the same guy who just played 29 games last season. Like Stephen A. Smith said, your legs can't get right. You talking about you'll be back and ready to, when you get back is when you feel like the old Zion again, but you out here living your regular life, any way you want to. I ain't mad. I ain't counting his pockets. I'm just saying at the end of the day, you got to take care of your business across the board. That's my
right,
only thing with that situation. So my thing with it, besides that, is that we have to get intelligent enough, like I was saying before, whether he just seeing the things that was going on with Ja Moran or the other situations. I don't want to sit up here and run down a list of negative things that has transpired in the sports world, entertainment world, and all of that. But no matter how old you are, everybody got a smartphone. Everybody got access to something where they're seeing these things, and they got to understand where they rank at in life. Zion ain't never been normal.
no,
Not
I
calling
get it.
them abnormal or any of that. The same thing I said with Ja. These guys are who they are because they embraced those abilities and those gifts that got them to where they are. But then we'll be quick to turn around and say, well, they're 22 years old, they're 23 years old. Yeah, but they're not your regular 22-year-old and 23-year-old.
Right.
Like
No, 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 no.
that
I agree. But just
yeah.
because they're not your regular, don't mean they ain't stupid.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. They're gonna make
That,
mistakes,
that and
but like I
that's
said,
and that's what I said. But what I'm saying is he can bounce back. I keep telling him,
yeah,
Ja, they all can bounce back. I think that they're
yeah,
making it a bigger situation again, bro, because of the
yeah.
simple fact of you know who she is. But
That's
all
exactly the reason why.
yeah, all we saying is though, man, our young, we're not judging your man, but our young black professional stars, sports stars. I'm not just gonna say
Right.
basketball, the NBA. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we're not gonna act like that. What's my man, that play for the Cleveland Browns quarterback?
Right.
Yeah, can't think his name right now.
Yeah. Came from Houston.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Demarcus, what's his name? Nah,
Nah.
Deshaun
We're not gonna
Watson.
do it. Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson.
Right. Right.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I
Oh yeah.
said. Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Damn,
Okay.
babe. She said he just generous in the simp too. Damn, she called him a simp.
Yay. I mean, hey, it is what it is. This ain't no number quality. My thing is this, man. At
I
22,
said it was a write-off, killer. I told P that. That's a write-off, man.
okay, yeah. Well, let me tell you something. At $107,000 a month, man, brother, I I can't get with it. Your imagination can't be like, bro. I think I'm stuck at the point where you are, and I keep going back to this. You were never normal, right? You can walk into a club, you can walk into a room, and you're gonna automatically demand a certain level of attention that average people or common everyday people are not going to receive. So for you to turn around, in my opinion, not legitimizing you stepping outside of your relationship, but you're gonna step so far where you like, I'm gonna go all the way over here and get this woman that lives a particular type of lifestyle and do what? You got to
Mhm.
move around secretly. For $107,000, I shouldn't have to move around with you in the dark. I shouldn't have to sneak by your house,
You're absolutely right,
which
bro.
is which is my house.
But that's a dude. You talking about a dude who make 38 million a year, bro. That's what it is.
Nah,
He makes
nah.
38 million a
You
year.
talking about a guy that
He's
spends 107,000 a month, but also paid the people's salary a check.
that was in 2020.
It
He
matters.
paid.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But back
But
then he
what I'm
paid.
saying, what I'm saying to you, bro, it's a write off. That's
That
the
don't
difference
make
of
it
it. I'm not.
right.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying to you is the way we keep looking at this 107. He just doesn't see it that way. You see what I'm saying? Like he should. He
Sis
should.
said.
He
Like
should.
sis said. I
Like
agree. I agree with what she said.
no,
I
I
agree.
agree with it too. And I also made the state what she said too. I also made the statement that LL said, "Why give the money back?" But we keep saying, "Why is she the 107, the 107, the 107?" Because somebody probably turned around, created a nonprofit or something like that he's donating to, and it's probably called the Let the Juice Loose Foundation. Man, you never know. And he gets and all the paperwork is right, and it's a
All I
write off for it. It doesn't make it right, and I wouldn't do it if I'm going to
yeah.
really have a write off like that. I'm going to be paying for the maybe all the parks in this area to get done. Maybe these people to get a bonus. I'm a different type of person.
Yeah. I can tell you what I'm not gonna pay for.
It's free. It was
I,
free.
I can tell you what I'm not gonna pay for. That's what I'm saying. Not transaction from that
Nah, I can't.
perspective.
Nah, Killer Mariah. Mariah Mills not pregnant too. Nah, she not pregnant.
I know she said that in the thing though. You see it on TMZ talking about something. He better pray I'm not pregnant too. See all them little statements and all that stuff like that, bro. Like all
Bruh,
of that.
that mean she hurt.
But this is, but here's my thing. Besides being hurt, like
It's
I
corny, P. I agree.
yeah,
Extremely corny, man.
Zion, I'm talking to you, bro. If anybody knows Zion, please send this to him. Zion, big fella, when did it make sense to you?
Hey,
That's my
bruh,
question.
you gotta ask. We had to ask a lot of NBA
When
stars that then.
I'm just right now, we just focusing on the brother in New Orleans right
Yeah.
now. When what? When did it make sense? When did it make sense to you? That's all.
When he created the Let the Juice Loose Foundation, P. That's what I'm
He,
trying.
that,
That's what
that,
I'm trying
he,
to tell
man,
you.
that's weird, man.
It's very weird, but
That's
that listen,
weird.
man. The Juice Loose Foundation. Listen, okay, let's keep it 100.
Please.
We giving them the more too many benefits of the doubt to make them believe that because they're different, because they know they're special, because some people look at that as privilege. Shit, look at OJ. That's my point when I'm saying to you. You see what I'm saying? He changed his whole life because that one he invested his whole time in, decided allegedly to be with
Hmm.
the man, Mr. Goldman. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And allegedly OJ handled the situation. I'm not black. I'm OJ.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know if it's the Let the Juice Loose Foundation. I don't know if it's that or not. I don't know, but I do believe that if he's paying 100, regardless of how much of a simp he is,
Right.
if he's paying 107 a month,
Right.
somebody said, "Listen, my man, you could do that, but you got to create that because when you make 38 million a year, you have to have expenses."
So you're gonna create let the juice loose foundation? Is that you said the name of it?
Yeah, but not me. I told you
Nah.
I
Nah.
would
Nah.
really
You
do
not.
that.
I'm
No,
just talking about Zion.
even if I was 22 and in his position, I don't think I would because mentally I'm saying I don't care if I got it. You got to understand, a lot of these young boys is it ain't tricking if you got it, and he got it. He
Hundred
got
and
it.
seven thousand a month, and now she's ranked in the top 200 of porn stars on the site. I don't know which site. Matter of fact, Pornhub, apparently, according to this.
All right. So my thing is this: right away, 38 million. He giving her two. Just give her two at the beginning of the year. He still got 36 in his head, P. That's how he looking at it. I'm trying to make you understand. I wouldn't do it.
I agree.
I would
I
take
know.
that 2 million and
I
try to
agree.
buy
I
them.
agree to the point where I know you wouldn't do it.
I would try to buy them buildings Franklin and his mom was trying to buy, bitch, on season 5. That's what I would have did.
I
You
can't
know what
even
I
sit
mean?
up here and act like that. All right, I'm gonna say this. When you look at it from the perspective you just said, 38 million, you say to yourself, I could walk away with 36 million, write this off over here and play with her. The level of thought that goes into that takes away my ability to be comfortable with him being 22 years old and managing that kind of money.
Well,
Right?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm gonna tell you the difference in that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you keep. You're saying the fact that he's at 22 and he has a level of thought to understand to do that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
He should be smart enough. Pretty much is what you're saying.
I feel like that, yeah.
Yeah, he's not doing that by himself. That's my point. He's just the one that they're using. It's a team of these motherfuckers out here that tell you go talk to Steve. Steve's going to tell you how to set up a foundation. This is going to be a write off over here. And Todd, it's just like being a lobbyist, bruh.
Yeah.
It's deeper like that. Nah, I don't think if that. I agree. If you're that smart to articulate that, now somebody
Yeah.
came to him and said, you know, you could do this and you could have these, and
Yep.
then when you do that, like, what's all? Look at all the people now
All
that
I'm wondering is where was Steve at when the situation came out where he was
that
going to be
was that
comfortable
was
enough
the
to talk
that was
about the
the.
girlfriend having a baby?
It's not illegal if he did it right. It's not illegal. He just got caught cheating
I
and
ain't
he's
say it was
stupid.
legal. I ain't say
No,
it was illegal.
no, I'm just saying he just got caught cheating and he's stupid. Steve, bruh, that's probably all talked about. I'm gonna show you how to make this money work. However, when the juice get loose, is the light is shined on it. You got to take that on the chin yourself because that's your personal life. Don't F it up for everybody else because if Steve's a guy that really exists,
Steve exists.
right? Yeah, it's another player that's a client of Steve's, and another player that's a client of Steve's. So
Sure
if
is.
you blow the whistle on Steve, you're blowing the whistle on all these players.
Apparently, there was a lot of whistleblowing going on.
Yeah, it was 100%.
100%.
But one of the top 200 in the film industry. For him, that's worth Let the Juice Loose Foundation. Let's clap it up for that. That's what I'm saying.
Because you know what, you got to be.
I wouldn't do it though.
You got to be. I know, no doubt.
Yeah.
But you got to be a whole different type of person. A whole different type of person to make it make sense that I'm going to. I'm say no money. Hey, let's do this. Not a dime was being moved. No transaction dealing with any money. He
Right.
was not with her. They had a super dope relationship. You know, from time to time they hooked up and they hooked up. I think people look at it a little bit differently, right?
Absolutely.
Even though he still cheated on the girlfriend that he had a child with, I think they look at it like, okay, he's a superstar celebrity. He could probably have all kind of different women. He made a decision to deal with one that's in the adult entertainment business. Probably was a fantasy of his, whatever. But the minute that money came in the pic, like now, because now you got the blueprint for anybody that's out there, and either OnlyFans or anybody dealing with in that industry. That's been their blueprint or they playbook. for a minute. You can go all the way back to when you had Corinne Stevenson. You know what I mean? So it's like when you look at it for that,
Corinne, Carmen.
yeah, all of them.
Hmm.
So my thing is that you just felt like you found the one that loved you. She loved me, man.
But you got to remember too,
She
the
loved
difference.
me.
The difference between I'm not saying that he believed that. I'm not saying that he did,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that they couldn't have the feeling. But the difference of it now is with those ones we talking about back in the day, we're in a different time. They didn't have social media. For us to find out, we had to find out through the tell-all book, and they profited off of it. She just getting her money up front. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, where it's dumb is you just gotta live. Just think of LL, man. The man's name was Ladies Love Cool James. He said, "Why get the money back?"
Yeah.
That alone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Nah, I
alone.
make all the sense in the world. Nah, I mean, it's unfortunate for the brother. I don't know how this all plays out. You know what I mean? Like I said, he got, in my opinion, issues that people who don't have money and don't have guidance that they
Right.
deal with on a regular basis as well. The only thing is,
Right.
is on steroids because of the fact that he is who he is and he has what he has.
That's it.
So
But they still human
hopefully he
beings.
survives it. They still,
Like I put it to you like this. I didn't. It's certain mistakes I didn't make, and I ain't even rich like that. So I think we always. I think not saying that you said this, but we always say, "Man, you gotta be smarter." Because you a public figure, you an NBA player. You're supposed to just be smarter anyway, bro. Like, regardless if your name was Zion Williamson, the ride operator at Six Flags, you
right.
gotta
Yeah,
still be right.
yeah, yeah,
You see
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, now the people gonna be looking for that foundation.
Right.
That LLC that you said. Let the juice
No, no,
loose.
no,
You know what I'm
no.
saying?
I didn't say it was a. I said foundation. Could be
Okay,
nonprofit.
foundation.
Could be nonprofit. You
Hey
know.
man, hey man, I'll get in touch with Steve, man. I'll get all the details,
It could
man.
be non-cocket.
You know,
You know what I mean?
there it is,
Yeah.
right there. It's that part where you get right to the edge and you push the paper right off the table, man. That's what you do, man.
You got any this and that, so
Yeah,
would you rather?
we're gonna go with some would you rather's, man. Let's
Yeah.
get to it.
Let's go ahead. Welcome to another episode of Would You Rather, where P's going to ask me a series of questions, and would I rather do this? Would I rather do that? I'm gonna try to give you guys an answer, but let's just get to it. Let's go. Let's go. This episode is brought to you by Pornhub. www.porn. Mariah Mills and
Yeah.
X videos. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Wow. Welcome to would you rather? Where I ask E a series of questions, and sometimes I even entertain them myself. Let's
Right.
get right into it, man. Would you rather use a smartphone or a laptop? I got to give you something. I guess you need a scenario to make the
Yeah.
determination.
Yeah.
As a remote,
Oh,
as a remote, like to control your lights and stuff like
my
that. You're not
phone.
supposed
My
to.
phone.
Okay, okay. All right. Would you rather use a digital voice assistant or a physical keyboard?
Um, Depends what mood I'm in, man. I've wrote papers with digital voice assistant.
Okay.
Just say it,
Okay.
cause it'll get, and then I just look through it and edit. I've done that. I did that a bunch of times in school. Cause
Okay.
Google Docs has one built in on all computers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Makes life a lot easier. I agree with you. It all depends.
Right.
Sometimes it does. It can help with workflow, kind of get
Yep.
things done a little bit quicker. And let's be honest, man. Like anything else, if you don't do something often enough, it's nice to have a little assistant that can make that little situation a lot easier.
Yeah.
Um, would you rather use a smart speaker or a portable Bluetooth speaker?
What's the smart speaker? What's
So I'm assuming a smart speaker is more like the dots or the
Oh,
Nest, because they're
port-
not
I'm
necessarily have to be
I'm
connected to the
cool. I'm
phone.
cool with portable Bluetooth.
Got you.
Yeah, because I think because I want to be able to move around with it. Not saying you can't take a dot and use it and move it around, but because it's used to
Absolutely.
be so much more, you know
Hmm.
what I mean. It may. interfere if you take it to a certain thing. Now you mad because it ain't working to its full potential.
So in that case, for me, I think that because one definitely has to be connected to Wi-Fi, I think you're limited. So I'll
Hmm.
go Bluetooth speaker because whatever I was able to access through that smart device,
I can do it
I'll
on
be
my
able to
phone.
access through my phone and still be just as
Yeah,
good. So I'll
that's
go
what I'm
with that
saying.
as well.
Yeah.
Um, okay. See a lot of people with them. Would you rather use a smart door lock or a traditional key lock?
Um, I'm 50-50 with that, depending where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, the smart door locks, though, uh, I've put the code in, you know what I mean, and seen how it work. Family got one that he used to show me, and it shows when, pretty much, when you came to that house, because everybody can have their own individual code. When they got home, when they log in, all that pops up on your phone. So for other tracking devices, you know what I mean, that's cool. I like that. Um, I'm not one of them guys that think because you have that technology that it's gonna fail, because you still can have a regular lock on your door with the smart door lock. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So I just piggyback out that I don't mind a smart lock if it's not on my primary residence. If I had a different situation, like another place, where, like, say for instance, you needed to get access to it, I
Yeah.
would like that
Yeah.
because now
Yeah.
it's accessible to you. So it all depends on the situation. But I wouldn't want it on my primary, but a secondary or a business one, to some degree, I'd be cool with it. All right, question on topic tonight. Would you rather be the lowest paid player on the team, but the smartest, or the highest paid player on the team, but not the wisest?
I'd rather be the lowest paid and the smartest,
Okay.
because I'm not. I'm gonna. I've seen that happen where people that were the lowest paid, they take the money, and because they're wise, they invested in and grow money outside of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
it just helps them create generational wealth. See, a lot of times, bro, when you don't have the intelligence, you're gonna blow that money, and all you know is how to make money because you were a basketball star. Then how
Mm-hmm.
does that really take care of your family completely?
Absolutely.
Because once Uncle Zion or Pop Zion or Dad Zion and all that is done, and you didn't be able to pass nothing on to your kids for them to understand other than the trust, if they blow
Mhm.
through their trust the next day, it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. I
Shit,
mean,
we
you got to
see
think
Tariq.
about
We
it.
seen Tariq lose his on Ghost.
Right. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I agree. Stuff like that happens, and like you said, it's not. It's Here's the reality of it. Just me answering that question real quick. The least paid teammate, but the smartest. I have to be intelligent about my spending. I have to be very strategic on how I do the things that I do with my money because of the fact that I am the lowest paid. Where a person like Zion, just using him
Right.
for an example,
Yeah.
22-year-old
That's what I'm
millionaire
basically meant.
father,
Hmm.
he may have the money and put himself in worse positions because he
Right.
has so much access to so much wealth versus the guy who has to be very, very,
Right.
strategic with it. So I'll go with that as well.
That's why. That's why. That's why. That's basically what I meant, and you just said
Mhm.
it better. That's all.
So, would you rather have a large group of acquaintances or a small group of close friends?
Small group of close friends and nice sized group of business acquaintances. Because business is business. If you got some people that's not trying to, if you smart enough for them not to be able to pull the wool over your eyes, y'all can make a lot of money together. And that's why you get in and get out. That's why you look at so many people who have money. They're always trying to be able to invest in something, but they want a percentage of it because they realize that being an investor is really what makes them more money.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think, personally speaking, they're separate. They're separate for a reason.
Right.
I think that your acquaintances are who they are, and
Yeah.
there's a reason why they are in that category,
Yeah.
just like your friends. So, in all actuality,
Your friends
I
you're gonna
think,
see regardless.
right. But not only
Yeah.
that, but what I'm
Hmm.
saying is it's like you got work friends and you got you
Yeah.
know
They're more of a.
outside personal life
They have
friends.
their level. They have their own specialness to them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And so because of the fact that when you look at that, as opposed to would you rather between the two, I think they exist separately because
Right.
that's the way they're supposed to.
Right.
All right. Would you rather have a friend who's always energetic or a friend who's always calm?
Um, calm is cool.
Okay.
Yep. Calm.
Okay. That's cool. Would you rather have a friend who's always busy or a friend who's always free?
Balance. Because if you always free, you ain't taking care of stuff. You just sitting around.
So I think for me, it depends on the concept of free. Free in the sense of accessible is different than just a person not having anything to do. Like you got some people that are just very good at making themselves accessible.
Oh
You
yeah, I'm
turn
like
around
that.
and you be like, "Are you doing something?" And they be like, for me, people ask me all the time, "AP, you busy? You free?" And I tell them all the time, "I'm always doing something, but what you need." If I'm in a position to be able to make it happen. So in a sense, I'm not necessarily free, but I'm accessible. So for me, it would be the person who's accessible. You can be busy and not doing anything. You can be a person that just does a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
You always busy, but you ain't accomplishing anything. So to me, it all comes down to the accessibility of a person. That's what it means to me. Okay. Would you rather have a friend who's always honest or a friend who's always kind?
Honest.
I think as we get older, especially, because when we're kids are cruel. When you hear kids say something, you want to make as many friends as you can when you're a little kid. When you're young, friendship is everything. You're on the playground together and all that. I think as you get older, it turns into a situation where I'd rather you be, honest.
Right.
You don't necessarily always have to be my friend on certain situations, but I'd rather you be honest.
Right.
You know. Okay. Would you rather have a friend who's always punctual or a friend who's always flexible?
Flexible.
Okay. I can I can go with that as well. I can go with that as well. Um, Punctual is definitely appreciated, but because things can change and often do, a flexible person is going to be more of a Swiss Army knife, at least for me, than the person who's just punctual.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. Would you rather have a friend who's always curious or a friend who's always knowledgeable?
Um, that's another balance thing. I mean, because a person, it's good to have some knowledge, but sometimes that could be looked at as that person think he knows or she knows everything. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? But being curious to say, oh yeah, I don't know about that, but I would love to learn about that. You feel me? So it is what it
Absolutely.
is.
All
Mm-hmm.
right, I'll make this the last one on it. Would you rather have a friend who's always creative or a friend who's always logical?
Um, creativity. You know what I mean? Because I think being creative, it has to have some logic to it, so you get a little bit of both out of that person. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Logic is a great thing, but to me, you can either you ever heard the statement paralysis by analysis?
yeah, I heard him.
So, in the sense of a person being so logical that they're literally paralyzed by all the questions, all the things that they consistently, play throughout their minds. And they're so logical that it freezes them. Versus a person who's creative who says, you know what, I don't know how this is going to play out, but that's not enough. That's not enough deterrent from me doing it. Deter me from doing it. So I like the creative person. Usually they're a little bit more of a risk taker than a logical person
Mm-hmm.
because they're troubleshooting things before the trouble even shows up. With a creative person, is like, we'll figure it out. So I agree with you. I'll go with the creative person, and that's what I got for you this week, my brother.
All right, let's go. That was another episode of Would You Rather, brought to you by the Porch Podcast. If you want to know how to get okay, all right, let's get it. Shout out to everybody that was tuned in to episode 128, no guarantee. I'm your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential. You can catch us. Catch us. B forgot on the hangover shades. I don't know why, man. You can catch us each and every Tuesday right here live on the Porch Podcast. You know what I mean? Also, you can hear us on your favorite podcast and streaming sites, meaning Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Red Circle, Stitcher, Audible, iHeartRadio. What else did I miss? Radio Public.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
wherever you want to get your podcast from, we're there.
Absolutely. And you
Yep.
can catch us, like he said, you can visually see us each and every week. Like he said, 7 p.m., 7:30, right around that time, each and every Tuesday, unless something comes up and changes that. But
Right.
the repeat will be out on Thursdays on our YouTube channel at The Porch Podcast at 7 p.m. on Thursdays. You can catch us right there, the same, the same episode from that week. As me and E say each and every week, man, please tell a friend to tell a friend. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, click that notification bell on our YouTube channel. And just keep on rocking out with us. This has been episode number 28. No guarantees.
128, you said?
I said 28. I
Yeah.
left one off.
Episode 128.
128. I'm gonna tell you, man, real quick before
No
we get out of
guarantee.
here. I was distracted by this net that just keeps flying by in here.
Oh,
No
shit. You don't
excuses.
want that.
No
No
excuses was
excuse.
no guarantees.
Right.
Episode number 128. No guarantees, man. We thank y'all, man. We look forward to seeing y'all next week. We out of here, man.
All
Peace,
right, y'all.
family.
Peace.